Basically, my DJ story goes way back to 1999 when I was living in Nova Scotia. And I was living in a small town. Every night of the week, there was really nothing. There was one pub, if you'd call it a club. They started inviting me to these gatherings, and I was like 18 years old, pretty young, pretty impressionable. So I just basically, started hanging out with people who were throwing these underground parties in the woods. 50 people rent a cottage, get together. And it was the first time that I'd really seen people DJ up close and personal and just see what they were doing. It changed everything for me. And I was like, hey, I could do that. Salut, bonne soirée. I'm Claire. I'm super excited to show you my new live set. It'll be the first time it's ever been heard in public on June 3rd. When I moved to Montreal, this was when everything started to change. This was when DJing suddenly was no longer just a strict hobby that was going nowhere and suddenly became something that I thought might have potential to continue in my life as a long-term thing. And I started to mess around with Ableton and I started to make some tracks. After a couple of years, Feek actually offered to release some of my tracks. I sent him 9 tracks and I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll take a couple. And he took all of them. Then I was like, you know what, maybe I should try playing live now that I have all this material. I've narrowed down my setup: sampler sequencer, a drum machine, and a synth. I try not to control it or to judge it. And so I just let my ideas flow and go crazy and let my imagination run wild. And sometimes it feels almost like I'm possessed by like an invisible force that I can't even control. And it's just like making the music for me almost. Sometimes lately I've been sort of experimenting with the notion of soul techno and space house. Kind of like the two together. Hey guys, see you Saturday. Me and my machines, we're gonna speak to you on the dance floor.